Marc Marquez's Dutch massacre, when mercy cried and the devil smiled. Chapter 1, the smoke before the gunfire. They all laughed. The media, the analysts, the armchair gods in suits sipping champagne behind glass paddocks. They saw Marc crash on Friday and said, "He's bleeding." But what they didn't see was the fire in his eyes, the kind of flame that doesn't die, it just waits. Let's rewind the tape. Back to 2023, the Honda pit box, the Repsol walls whispering betrayal. Marc stormed in, gravel still clinging to his leathers like war dust, and he screamed, not to beg, not to break, but to declare war. "They're not faster than me. I'm the fastest. I'm still the goddamn fastest." You heard that, right? That wasn't a man broken. That was a king waking from coma. Every time he wins now, that scene flashes in your mind like a bullet scar. Because it wasn't just anger, it was prophecy. Fast forward to Assen 2025. Marc Marquez walks into the lion's den. Fresh off back-to-back weekends where he already buried men who thought they could touch him. 2 crashes on Friday? Most riders would pack it up and pray. But Marc smirked at the Dutch gravel and whispered, "You're gonna remember my name." Chapter 2, he who bleeds first strikes last. Let's talk about qualifying. 4th place. You know what that is for Marc? It's a muzzle for a wolf, a leash on a lion. They thought it was a setback, but what they missed was the recalibration. You don't teach a monster, you just reload him. Sprint race? Game over. He walks in, grabs that Ducati by the throat, and makes it dance to his rhythm. 9 sprint wins this season, 9 scalps on his belt. No emotions, just business. Just like the streets taught us, if you show fear, you're already dead. Saturday night, Assen silent, but inside that Ducati garage, the devil's heartbeat echoes. Tomorrow, the kingdom burns. Chapter 3, the brutality of Sector 4. Race day. The sun ain't even up and the paddock smells of tension. Tires warm, engines hum, and in the middle of it all, Marc sits still like a mob boss at a funeral. He ain't here to race, he's here to execute. The lights go out. Pecco gets the jump. For 4 laps, he dreams. But dreams don't last in Marquez's world. Lap 5, turn 16. Pecco's name gets crossed out. 1 inside move, 1 look, 1 kingdom retaken. Now it's Bzeki's turn to chase ghosts. Sector 4. Let's pause. Because what Marc did here wasn't racing. It was murder on the back straight. Every lap, every inch, he bled speed like a butcher bleeds hogs. He didn't just beat Sector 4. He defiled it. You want to know the stats? He gapped Bzeki there every single lap. What that means in gangster talk is this: you can chase me all you want, but this street belongs to me. Chapter 4, Bzeki, the fool who dared. Marco Bzeki, the kid, the beast, the man every whisper in the paddock said could take the win. He hunted Marc like a panther on meth, lean angle scraping Satan's doorstep. Breakpoints? Suicide pace. He left it all out there. Turn 1, the onboard said it all. He dropped that bike so deep he was practically kissing asphalt. And yet, he still couldn't pass. Why? Because Marc doesn't blink. Marc doesn't flinch. He lets you spend your bullets. Then he walks through the smoke and buries you. You thought you had a chance. You mistook my silence for surrender. Bzeki, he'll have nightmares about this race. Not because he lost, but because he gave everything. And it still wasn't enough. Chapter 5, the brother's curse. Let's talk about Alex, Marc's blood. But blood don't mean shit when helmets go on. Still, you saw it. He was behind Marc, Sector 3, every lap, inches away. But he didn't attack like he does the others. Some say it's respect, others call it fear. Whatever it is, it's real. He'll dive bomb Bagnaia, he'll shove Acosta wide. But Marc, there's a hesitation, a flinch. Not because Marc demands it, but because Alex knows. You don't poke the devil when he's smiling. And that's gonna haunt Alex more than his broken hand from lap 6. Because this wasn't just another GP. It was the day Marc reminded the paddock, I don't even need mercy from my own bloodline. Chapter 6, Ducati's dirty deeds and Jorge's blunder. Jorge Martin, where you at? Sitting on a pile of what could have beens? You once had a shot at that Aprilia throne. And now, you got a front row seat to a kingdom you could have ruled. You saw what Bzeki did today with that less competitive bike, the one you called too raw. He carved corners like a mafia hitman carves silence into crowded rooms. That chassis? That corner speed? A surgeon's blade in the hands of a killer. You walked away. Now Ducati belongs to the Don, and your title hopes filed under lost cause. Because with every checkered flag, Marc ain't just extending his lead. He's writing an obituary for the rest of the grid. Chapter 7, the final lap. Burn it all, lap 26. Bzeki is still sniffing fumes. But Marc, he unleashes. 8/10 in a single lap. No warning, no signal, just raw animal violence. The message? I played with you. Now I'm done. And when that checkered flag dropped, it wasn't a win. It was a declaration of war. 0.635 seconds. That's the paper gap. But mentally, spiritually, Marc left Bzeki miles behind. This wasn't a race. This was an execution dressed as ballet. Chapter 8, God Mode. Numbers carved in blood. Let's talk legacy. Marc Marquez now sits at 68 Premier Class wins, tied with Agostini. Only the doctor remains. But this ain't nostalgia. This is vengeance. The same vengeance that kept him going when Honda tossed him to the wolves. The same fury that made him switch teams, switch styles, and still burn everyone in sight. Let's hit you with the real gangland numbers. Premier Class wins, 68. Assen laps led, 21 of 26. Sprint wins this year, 9. Championship points, 282. Lead over brother, 68 points. Lead over Pecco, 117 points. You don't lead by chance. You lead because you left no survivors. Chapter 9, the aftermath. Bagnaia, he gave it a shot, led the opening laps, tried to rally back after Bzeki passed him. But this ain't horseshoes or hand grenades. Clothes don't count. 2.666 seconds behind. That's a coffin lid slamming shut on his 2025 title bid. Pedro Acosta, rookie lightning, flashed in fourth, but still a student in Marc's classroom of pain. Maverick Vinales, solid, top 5, but not a threat. Quartararo, pole sitter to punching bag, 10th place, the kind of drop that leaves scars. Ania, 20th to 9th, a redemption arc, maybe. But this chapter wasn't his, because when the smoke clears and the bullets stop flying, there's only one man standing. Marc Marquez, Don of Ducati, king of Assen, tyrant of tarmac. The tombstone is ready. He walks back to the pit box, helmet off. No screams this time, just silence. Because his war cry was the 26-lap symphony he just conducted. And as the Dutch sun sets over a track painted in rubber and regret, a whisper runs through the paddock. Maybe, just maybe, he was right all along. Maybe he really is the fastest. This ain't just domination. This is legacy carved in asphalt and written in blood. The others race. Marc Marquez, he rules.